So this just happened, and nobody's really talking about it the way they should. Trump just reset the global trade board. He didn't tweak tariffs. He didn't renegotiate. He wiped it clean. All tariffs, gone. Everyone is now at 10%, flat, except one country, China. And if you understand geopolitics, and if you understand Trump, you know right away. This wasn't random. This wasn't economic theory. This was a move. A clear, deliberate play. And one that was years in the making. Here's what this 10% flat rate really is. It's a filter. It's a litmus test. Is Trump saying to the world, let's see who our actual partners are. If you're on good terms with the US, you get predictability. You get access. You get the handshake. 10%, that's just the invitation. But everyone else, especially China, gets something else. They get pressure. They get isolation. They get the message. Now let's get into the weeds for a second, because this isn't just about headlines. Despite the sweeping changes, there's no 90-day clause on the 25% tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum. None. And on the flip side, Canada's not backing off either. They've still got that 25% retaliatory tariff on US cars that aren't compliant with USMCA standards. So what does that tell you? This reset wasn't about smoothing everything over. It wasn't about harmony. It was about focus. And Mexico, untouched as well. Tariffs stay the same, which tells you exactly where Mexico stands as well. Close, strategic, essential. The US-Mexico dynamic is tight right now. Supply chains are already shifting south. It's a chess piece the US wants in place, especially in a post-China world. Now, of course, people are asking the same question they always ask when Trump makes a move this bold. Is there a strategy? Or is he just making it up as he goes? And honestly, I think both can be true. Trump does have a strategy. He's been talking about China since the 80s, about unfair trade, about how we were being taken advantage of, about how globalization wasn't serving the American worker. This isn't new. It's consistent. It's directionally sound. But at the same time, he's a tactician in real time. He adjusts, he bluffs, he throws a playbook out the window if he thinks he's got a better shot. That's not chaos. That's agility. And in geopolitics, that's extremely rare. Now, let's zoom in on China. Because this entire move, this isn't about Germany or Brazil or India. This is always about China. And Trump's not subtle about it. Everyone else gets 10%. China stays in the penalty box. Because again, this isn't about tariffs anymore. This is about decoupling. It's about leverage. It's about strategic independence. Chips, AI, rare earths, pharmaceuticals, data. This is a Cold War. But it's not about bombs. It's about dominance, economics, technological, narrative. And that's why neither side is blinking. China won't back down. Not culturally, not economically, not politically. They can't afford to lose face. And Trump? He won't either. He's not built that way. He has a stomach to play chicken at scale, at global scale. So now we're locked in this staring contest. And that's where things start to get interesting. Because here's what I believe. Despite all of this, they're going to come together. Not because they want to, not because they like each other, but because they have to. The world is in a different place now. Global debt is at record levels. Inflation isn't going away. AI is changing everything from logistics to military to labor. We're not in a position to keep this Cold War frozen forever. Too many economies depend on it. Too many supply chains thread through it. So yeah, eventually there will be a resolution. And here's a kicker. Trump will make it look like a win. He'll say something like he brought China to the table. He'll say he saved the world economy, that he brought peace through strength, that he forced a reset on terms that made sense for America. And honestly, there'll be some truth to that, because no one else had the guts to make this confrontation happen. Obama didn't, Biden didn't, but Trump thrives in this chaos. He creates it, he uses it, and then when the dust settles, he points to the scoreboard and says, see, I told you so. So yeah, tariffs are now at 10% for almost everyone, except China. Mexico stays untouched. Canada is still tense. But the bigger story here is that we're entering the final endgame of a long, slow global pivot. And Trump just lit the fuse. This is not about trade. It's not about steel. It's about power, about alliances, about who shapes the next 50 years of the global order. And Trump, for better or worse, he decided that starts now.